you turned Henry's tattoos, I'm sure you how to make choc chip banana bread. Let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so for this recipe we'll need a total of 3 ripe bananas. So we're just going to peel these now. And we're just going to break them apart into a bowl. Now you can use a food processor to speed this up if you want. That's completely up to you. I'm just going to use a masher. And all we're going to do is mash this. So guys, you just want to smush it up like that. Next we're going to add in 2 whole eggs. And I'm going to add in half a cup of brown sugar, along with half a cup of white sugar. And I'm also going to add in a tablespoon of vanilla essence. And we'll also add about 2 tablespoons of full cream milk. That'll help keep this nice and moist. Now as for a fat, I'm just going to use half a cup of vegetable oil, or you can use half a cup of butter. That's completely up to you. So guys, all we're going to do is just using a hand mixer, we're just going to beat this. Okay, so you want to beat it for about a minute until it's nice and pale. Alright, at this point we're going to preheat our oven to 160 degrees Celsius. Now we're going to continue by adding 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And from this point onwards we're going to fold everything through so we don't need the mixer anymore. So we'll start by adding 1 cup of self-raising flour. Now of course you can use plain flour, you just need to add the baking powder to it. We'll just carefully fold that through. And by folding it through, we're keeping all that air inside. So this will rise nicely and be nice and moist. If we beat it at a high speed, it's just going to become dense. And we don't want that. Okay, so once you fold that through, we'll go ahead and add another cup of self-raising flour. So in total, we'll need 2 cups for this recipe. And we'll just fold that through as well. Alright, that's looking pretty good, isn't it? So that's the consistency you want. Now at this point I'm just going to go ahead and add in 1 cup of dark chocolate chips. And all we're going to do is fold this through. Now you can of course use milk chocolate if you want, or you can use white chocolate. But because the dough is already sweet, we're better off adding dark chocolate to give it a much more richer flavor. Okay, beautiful. So let's go ahead and put this into our tin now. Alright, so I've just got my loaf tin here. Now this one's I think roughly about 24 centimeters by about 10 centimeters. So this recipe will be perfect for that. Now obviously give or take, of course all tins aren't the same size. So we're going to go ahead and pour our batter straight in. Okay. So guys, when you're putting the batter in, we are using self-raising flour, it's going to rise. So if the batter comes more than 2/3 of the way up the tin, it might be a bit risky, as it might overflow, and believe me, it's happened to me before, it is a mess to clean. So that's a perfect height there. So we're going to go ahead and put this into the oven. So at 160 degrees Celsius, this will take around about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes to bake. Alright guys, so I'm at the 65-minute mark, so I've just gone ahead and turned the oven on. We'll just carefully bring this out, and seriously just look at that. So how amazing does that look? So just get you in there for a closer shot, and it's absolutely stunning. So we'll go ahead and take this out and let it rest. Alright guys, so what I like to do with my banana bread when after I bake it is always to glaze it. So what I'm going to do is just spread some strawberry jam on top. Now you only need about 2 to 3 tablespoons worth of this. I'll just lightly glaze it all over. Now you don't have to use strawberry jam, you can use apricot jam, you can use anything. I've even done it with honey before and that just works as good. So give it a good coating all over, and just look how much better it looks already. Okay, so guys, just let it rest now, let it completely cool down, leave it in the tray, don't go taking it out now. So at this point what I'm going to do is take this out. Now what I'm going to do is flip this out onto a board, carefully take it off, just look at that. Now we'll roll it onto its side and flip it. Just how amazing does that look? Alright, I guess you guys will probably want me to slice into it now, so we'll get a nice thin bladed knife. Let's carefully slice. Look at that. Look at that beautiful melted chocolate in there. And that's just beautiful, guys. Alright guys, and that's my take on chocolate banana bread. It smells absolutely amazing here. Tastes absolutely amazing too. That is so fluffy. And that chocolate is so nice. So guys, it's a very simple, straightforward recipe. There's so many variations you can do. Different chocolates, different berries, different nuts, different glazes. Whatever you want to do. Now, if you are toasting this, be careful because that chocolate may damage your toaster, which I've learned the hard way in the past. But you can just put it into the oven if you like, it'll be easier that way. Now, storage wise, you can keep this at room temperature for up to a week, or you can of course put this into the fridge for about 2 weeks. You can even freeze this if you like. I hope you like that, guys. Please like, share and subscribe. You can also follow me on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram and TikTok. If you've got any comments or suggestions, just leave them at the bottom and I'll see you all next time.